My Soul, which is the 3 Feet from Gold story, which I think a lot of people resonate with, because so many people, I think everybody has goals, everybody has aspirations, everybody wants this and that, but so many people just don't get them immediately and quit. So how do you feel about that? Like, what level of belief do you need to have? You need to like never give up. What do you?
I think it goes beyond belief. I think you have to know it. You see, when you believe it, there's no quitting. You never quit. It doesn't matter what happens. You don't quit. Quitting is never an option. The people that quit, they never really bought into the idea in the first place. See, you've got to, you get it on 3 levels. The second you think of something, you've got it intellectually. When you get emotionally involved, you've got it on a spiritual or emotional level. Well, then that expresses itself through the body. The body's just an instrument of your mind. And so when you really buy into it, you literally fuse with it. Neville said you fuse with it. And this causes all kinds of things to happen. You're dealing with electronics. You're dealing with energy. Like the second you think something, that's all you need. See, you live on frequencies. You think on frequencies. Your phone operates on frequencies. And it's like magic. You're in Romania, are you?
Right.
I'm in Toronto.
Yes.
If I've got your number on my phone, I can take a picture of something, hit it like that. You've got it in Romania. Simultaneous with me sending it. Because when you get into the mind, there isn't any time or space.
It's just immediate.
Yeah. Well, you're living on frequencies. Now, when you think of something, what you've done is you've flipped your brain onto a higher frequency. The very fact you can see it is all the proof you need to know you can get it. What you have to do is raise your level of consciousness to that frequency. And then you will attract whatever's on that frequency. All the good you need to manifest the idea. Carnegie said that way back in 1908 to Hill, when Carnegie commissioned him to write this book. He said, any idea that's held in the mind, that's emphasized, that's either feared or revered, so it could be bad or good, that's either feared or revered, will begin at once to clothe itself in the most convenient and appropriate form available. It starts to move into form. Werner von Braun, Dr. Werner von Braun, that was the mastermind of the moonshot, he told John Kennedy when he was president, he said, the natural laws of the universe are so precise that we don't have any difficulty sending people to the moon, and we can time the landing with the precision of a fraction of a second. Well, one of the first laws is the perpetual transmutation of energy. Energy is forever moving into form, through form and back into form. Now, what makes you and I unique is we can dictate the form it's going to move into, because we're creative beings. Like all the little creatures on the planet are completely at home in their environment. They blend in. You and I are the only people, or the only creatures on the planet, the human, that is totally disoriented in their environment. And that's because we've been given the mental faculties to create our own environment.
I have read somewhere that once you think about something, you visualize it, you create it once, and then it's your job to create it in the real world.
That's right. Everything's created twice.
So you first create it in your mind, and it's already created. Then you have to actually take it from that world in the material world.
Like, it took Hill from 1908 to 1937 to come up with this.
29 years. That's a long time.
It is a long time. And he worked at it every day. And Carnegie didn't subsidize him, didn't give him any money. But what he gave him connections.
The most powerful people on the planet at that time.
Yeah.
So you obviously did all this. You mastered the power of this, and at least you know you have a level of success that most people would wish for. Most people, I think most people, if they would envision the success that you have at the moment, or that most successful people have, they would say, if I would have that, I would not work again. What makes you get up every morning, going in your age, right? It's not the same as being 25, it's not the same as being 30. What makes you, what's that purpose, that motivation inside of you that makes you wake up in the morning and work again and just inspire people and create this massive change that's happening, which is
Well, the people that
powerful.
quit work and retire, they don't even understand who they are. We're not made for work. Work's made for us.
right.
What we've got to do is find out what we love. And then you have to do it because you love it. And so age, time, space, nothing to do with it. Your mind is full of the idea. You get up, you wake up, you get up. You've got to get going because you've got places to go and things to do, people to see. Because you're in love with an idea. See, when people quit, like 3 Feet from Gold,
Mm-hmm.
they weren't in love with that idea. They were going after the money. It wasn't the idea that motivated them, it was the money that motivated them. And that's why they quit. See, when you're going after what you want, and that's one of the big problems with people when they set goals. They set a goal to do what they think they can do. Well, there's no inspiration in that. It's got to be what you want to do. See, wants come from the essence of who we are. We're spiritual beings. And we are a soul. We don't have a soul, we are a soul. And the soul is forever seeking its awareness of its oneness with that which is, which I call God. Well, spirit's always for expansion and fuller expression. It's never for disintegration. So there's a basic law of the universe. If you're not growing, you're dying. It's create or disintegrate. Nothing stays where it is. We live in an ocean of motion.
Entropy.
So it's the spirit within. Our spiritual DNA is perfect. There's perfection within every one of us. Well, it's that perfection seeking expression through us. It causes us to want. If you run, you want to run faster. If you jump, you want to jump higher. If you're selling, you want to sell more. Doesn't matter what you're doing, you want to do it better. When people understand where wants come from, that's when their life starts to change, I think. When we're kids, we go to mom or dad and we say, Mom, Dad, I want. And we tell them something, and they're busy doing something. They say, well, how are you going to do that? Well, of course, the kid doesn't got any idea. And because he can't say how he knows it, well, so he gives it up. And that's why when people grow up, when they want something, if they don't know how to do it, they let it go. They've been doing it since they were little kids. They were directed to let it go. There's no money. We don't know how to do it. We don't know the right people. So we let it go. So we don't go after what we want. Most people set goals to do what they think they can do. There's no inspiration in it. That's why 90% of them set a target and they quit. They set a target and quit. When you're going after your heart's desire,